Hey, what's up, guys? Shuckle King here, giving you an update, I guess. I'm doing EWT. Yay! I won the first 2 seasons of it, and was sad that I wasn't able to do a 3rd season. I mean, I could have, but I would have been really overwhelmed with Mons, and I was overwhelmed with Mons. Anyway, I've been overwhelmed Mons for a while, even though I said I was going to cut back. I really haven't. I've been involved in a lot of things, so I'm going to quickly go over EWT, give an update, and see how we want to move forward with this. This is kind of a weird concept, but I'm taking over sixfthax's team for EWT. I believe he's 3-2, so it's definitely in the playoff hunt. Playoffs are supposed to end, as I'm recording this, like in a day or two, technically. So I already have 2 games lined up / played, and I got to prepare for the last 2. I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible. I'm filling in just to make sure people have like an ability to upload content and such. And I want to have some fun with a couple teams. And Leo's team is also really cool. Like, I signed up I knew what Leo's team was, so I helped him build, but it's been a while, so this is a pretty neat team that he has, so I'm pretty happy with it. He has Latios Celesteela. That's a really cool combination. Not sure he got both of them, but they complement each other pretty nicely because Celesteela is weak to Electric and Grass, and Latios takes him on. And Latios is weak to Dragon, Fairy, Celesteela takes him on. Really, only thing is Ice, which Cinderace patches up, which is great. And it's also Momentum. Latios is going to run Baton Pass a whole lot, so Cinderace is a cool combination for these. Obstagoon, just a really fat breaker. That's also a Momentum grabber with Cinderace. They get in Latios or Celesteela. Roserade for spikes and T-spikes, because we don't have hazard yet, and only Latios can remove, actually. Cinderace can also prevent hazards going up, which is cool. Mienshao is yet another offensive momentum user that's above base 100, which is a plus, but Obstagoon hits a little bit harder, so plus or minus is there. Comfy, I'm not sure if he actually released a video on this. I know he made free agent transactions, and he had Aromatisse before. Now he has Comfy. I didn't make any transaction changes. I wasn't going to change up what Leo had. And I plan to use the nicknames that he had, actually. Comfy, another momentum user. Defog, Cleric, Momentum, Priority, Setup. It's a cool option there. Palisand, the first rock around the team, is a Ghost type, which could spin block for Roserade. And grounds are generally pretty good. Lantern is a pretty cheap ice resist, so that's pretty clutch. Also an electric immunity, which is also pretty good for this team. Regirock, another rocker, pretty physically defensive wall. Can be special defensive too. It takes on like fire types pretty well that Celesteela doesn't want to take on, and Lantern takes on electric types. Maractus, I guess for spikes and water absorb, probably not going to come. He brought it, I believe, once. But I feel like Roserade is probably going to come over Maractus in realistically any scenario. Maybe for Zygarde, and I think that's why Leo brought it. I always remember that he brought Maractus. But yeah, no, this is going to be a fun team and should be a fun couple games. I'm not going to really I'm going to try to win these games, but I'm also not going to try 100% to get out the perfect build. I'm just going to try to get a lot of these games in pretty quickly. Again, making sure people are able to upload content. And I have some games lined up already, so they should be pretty fun. Leo is doing good. I try to talk to him every week or so, and he's doing fine. It's probably going to be a while before he uploads again. He will upload again. I'm pretty confident on that front, but it'll probably be a bit. Maybe it's will be at the start of Diamond and Platinum, Diamond and Pearl, whatever the remakes are called. I'm not too motivated about those, but it's hopefully new content and hopefully new ways to play online, which would be great. But anyway, no, Leo's doing well. I might be seeing him in a couple weeks. We'll see how that works on that front. But yeah, no, EWT should be good. Again, won the first 2 seasons, so I might be able to actually make playoffs, which would be neat. Just adds more Maz things to my plate. But no, I definitely want to do an auto favor and make sure I have these games played. So it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of good people in this league. So general update on me. I haven't uploaded in a while. TBL was going to be basically the filler. Not the filler. It was going to be the content for the channel for a while. until I have a new league that's starting up in about a month. So there might be a little bit of a lull there, but joining EWT again is going to help provide some content to fill in that lull before this Wi-Fi League starts. Probably going to be the last Wi-Fi League before Platinum or Diamond and Pearl, and I really hope the timer gets fixed for Diamond and Pearl. It's been tough already, and it's not tough to play on. Honestly, it's not that tough to play on Wi-Fi given the circumstances. Like, I've gotten used to it. I've gotten used to the timer. I've gotten used to 10 minutes total. Gotten used to not knowing the exact calcs, which is always going to be happening on Wi-Fi. And I've gotten used to connecting. Like, playing for EWT after not playing for, like, a couple months. Maybe, like, 6 weeks or so on Wi-Fi. It was, like, instantly. I knew how to do it, and it was pretty good. So, it's really not that problematic. It's definitely a big barrier of entry to get into it, and that's pretty tough. And it's tough because there's only X amount of people that know how to do it, and I guess want to do it. There's a combination. People would want to do it if they don't have to deal with the timer, and people know how to deal with the timer and have to deal with the LAN connection and just don't want to deal with it, which I definitely respect. It'll be pretty tough for Wi-Fi content if Diamond and Pearl don't fix their timer, at least for draft content. Maybe for VGC, which I liked. I did a little tournament for VGC. I don't think I'm going to upload it. It's been a while since I played it. It wouldn't even be like Series 10 or 9 rules, but no, but that was a fun time anyway. I doubt I'd upload that. But yeah, maybe VGC content would be good, or maybe the draft format would have to innovate on itself, but there's like a pretty limited player base. But the new tournament I'm going to be doing in August, or the league I'm doing, it's going to be a lot of new faces to the channel that I'm going to be playing with, so that should be a fun time. Definitely a change of pace. And not that I dislike playing with any of the players I keep playing with, it just seems repetitive, and what point is there for me to accomplish at this point? not to brag, but I've already won a couple championships with among the same type of people, so really the only expectation is to lose a championship, honestly, which I definitely have in the past. So, and I did the last couple NCP seasons. So that's tough. I'm also doing an NCP tournament, so that's going to be another thing on the channel. So you'll see this EWT, 4 games, maybe some playoff games. Hopefully I can get 4 games in anyway. And you'll see this NCP tournament should be uploaded pretty soon. I've already done some games for it. It's a single elimination tournament, so hopefully I go pretty far and don't get eliminated pretty early on, but I'll make sure I post this video before the NCP one anyway, so I will be coming back to NCP for that tournament. I don't know about their next season. Depends when that to be, timing wise, because I don't want to do 2 Wi-Fi leagues again. It was just too much work for me. Like, it's doable, but I have other things I like to do. I don't want to be playing Mons all this much. So yeah, that's EWT. That's a general update. TBL, I think it's just disbanded at this point, which kind of stinks, especially because Leo and I won Season 1. It's hard to get 2 people to communicate and play together, but it was honestly very doable. I'm not sure what happened, but I know 1 or 2 coaches were like getting pretty unmotivated pretty quickly, and it wasn't because of the TBL format, it was just because of Mons in general. So I definitely respect that. So I guess everything is, and Kelly is obviously pretty busy with his life because he's getting married in a couple weeks, so yeah, so that's understandable there. Just unfortunate we couldn't repeat, and it's always fun to do that with Leo. TBL was probably my most fun Wi-Fi league, especially winning it was also plus. So yeah, what I've been doing lately, I've been doing some showdown stuff. So I did the season of LD Masters. Playoffs are still going on right now. So I'm gonna say a couple of things I've been doing. If you guys have any interest in seeing replays of any of these things, let me know. If anything sounds cool, I definitely provide some content. I'll probably upload at least one of these things that I've done in the past. Maybe I'll upload at least one, but depends on what you guys say, what your input is. See how motivated or how interested you are in some of the content that I've been doing or already did. And I could re-upload and give some analysis. So I did LD Masters, which is their top division, and probably regarded as the best and most consistent Showdown Draft League at this point. Hive was probably up there for a bit. MPL, which hasn't really been that relevant, probably in Gen 8. They've had a league or two, but the quality of players just isn't the same as what it used to be, which is unfortunate, because it's not upload required. I don't think there's really any Showdown League that's upload required that has that high level of competition. The LD Masters, I competed in that, and playoffs started. So maybe I made playoffs, maybe I didn't. If I uploaded it, you guys can see. We did a 3-team format. So we drafted an Oras team, a Sun and Moon team, and a Sword and Shield team. We played one of those 3 matches every other week for 10 weeks. So I did week 1 was Sword and Shield, week 2 was Oras, week 3 was Sun and Moon, and so forth for the 10 weeks. So yeah, that was interesting to draft 3 teams because I really like drafting and then building for those 3 teams for the 10 games and then maybe playoffs, which were best of 3s. So I also did UDL, which I don't think is known as LD, but it's probably, honestly, it's probably more competitive than LD Masters was at this point, though LD Masters is still like definitely number 2 in terms of competitiveness. But yeah, really the only Showdown leagues I do are like the highest quality and like give me the most competition, because otherwise, if I'm not trying, what's the point? And if I'm not playing the best because I know I can compete among the best, then what's the point? So I think I'm really only going to do those 2 leagues moving forward. Maybe niche stuff otherwise, but only if I can commit to it. But UDL did the same format. It was Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Oras teams. So that was cool content. You guys can see that. Very, very close season. Everyone finished between 4 and 5 and 6 and 3 this season. So it was just crazy how close the finish it was. It was a very competitive league. And I've done some Smogon content, which I don't think you guys have seen on the channel in like 5 or 6 years when I posted like really, really bad content back in the day for a couple battles. But I did never use Premier League. So there's DPL, which is Draft Premier League, if you guys know that right now. I haven't signed up for the last 2 years. It's too much work, honestly. But I signed up for NUPL, which is Never Used Premier League, and I didn't think I was going to get drafted. I haven't gotten drafted in 2 years. But I did get drafted, and it was for 5K, which is 2K above the minimum, which is 3K. So that was actually pretty shocking. I was a backup for Black and White 2 NU, which is like my favorite Smogon tier of all time. It's a crazy tier, but it's my favorite tier. And I actually was inserted into the starting lineup midway through the season. So you guys can see if we made playoffs, how well we did in playoffs, if we made it, how well I did individually, or how bad I did. So that would be an interesting concept there, posting some NU content, some old Black and White NU content. I'll show the history of what the tier looked like and what it is now, and maybe some changes I would suggest to the tier. And then PU Premier League. I also got drafted in. Maybe because I did NUPL, maybe people thought I was coming back. Like, I'm still around, but I just don't play a whole lot on Smogon. But I did get drafted for PUPL, and I'm actually the starter for Black and White. I think it was 3.5K, so a little above the minimum. So yeah, should be... that's actually ongoing right now, so maybe I could be a little bit more current. So that would also be cool if you guys could see like the history of PUPL for Black and White and what the tier was from what I remember it and what the tier is now, which is definitely different. But with these tiers, the NU and PUPLs, I'm building the teams every week. People will recycle just old teams because like the meta doesn't really change, which is fair, but I like building my new teams. So maybe you guys can see if the team building process was good or if it was bad. So just some interesting concepts up there. If you guys are interested in any of those ideas into a video series, let me know. You'll have EWT. It might be put out in like a bunch, maybe within a week. Depends how other people are going to upload it and such, because I'm very behind on that. And the NCP I'm going to be posting in a bit, but again, it's going to be like a month until this new Wi-Fi league starts up, and probably like another 2 weeks after that until we're going to actually have posting battles, because we'll have a week for the draft, and then we'll be like a week ahead of uploading. So yeah, let me know down below any suggestions of what content you guys like to see. LD, UDL, NUPL, PUPL. I could even show my I think it was Smooth on doubles. It wasn't VGC, but my doubles run I had in a UDL tournament. I can also post that. But yeah, everything else is going well. But consider giving a like. I definitely appreciate everyone's support. We had 200 subs before I took my break, which is awesome. And hopefully we can grow the channel. Hopefully the goal will get to 250 by the end of the year, which I think is definitely obtainable, especially with the new game coming out. But yeah, until next time, later guys.